So trying to progress your lifts and your physique, when people are trying to, like I said, they're trying to progress in what they're doing, but they're not tracking anything they're doing. They're not tracking their calories, they're not tracking their lifts, they're not really pulling any data from what they're doing. And I don't mean that you have to necessarily write stuff down, you just have to keep track to some type of element of what you're doing, because if you don't know if you're improving on something or not, how are you meant to know where to go from there? So if you're leaving a lot of your stuff up to chance, that's probably why you're not progressing. So take nutrition, for instance. If you don't know what your calories are at that moment in time, so that baseline, how are you then to know, oh, I need to pull my calories up, I need to pull my calories down? Again, it's something that you need to keep track of. If you want to be persistent, you want to be consistent, and you want to have an improved physique, you have to keep track of this stuff, especially in bodybuilding. And gaining more mass, you need to be more specific. So bodybuilding is not all about eating competition. Regularly you get people that are comparing how many calories they're eating versus how many calories someone else is eating. It doesn't really matter. As long as you're eating sufficient amount of calories that are going to help you progress in your journey, that's all you should focus on. You shouldn't be focused on how many calories your friend's eating. You need to look at what's important to you, what works for you, and just stick to it.
In a position mentally to be able to sacrifice all of these things that we've spoken about quite a few times, like social events, eating certain foods, being very much stuck to a routine that's structured and not being able to deviate away from that. Is that something that you're willing to sacrifice to step on stage? If it is, great, then get to it, get planning, make sure you're ready. If you're having any doubts, still take that time in that off season, get yourself in a good position physically and mentally, and then look at stepping on stage.
How sore you are when he doesn't care how much sleep you get, and he doesn't care how hard you work at times. And it promises you nothing. It's a mastermind of creating fear and doubt in your mind. It causes setback after setback. So the question is about winning, because the only thing that's guaranteed in